What's up, everybody? If you see over my shoulder, it is true. Other than the messy garage, the boat is gone. The boat is gone. And Mr. John Hatfield got the boat of his dreams, as you saw in the last video. Super excited for that guy, and he made me cry. Still just, you got me, John, you got me. But I'm boatless, I woke up this morning, and I gotta go fishing. So if you saw this fall, I think the video was titled, spent 300 bucks to go fishing for a couple hours. Well, I've already got the trolling motor. I've got the battery, and I've loaded up the bed of the truck with some gear, and I'm going out to this state park lake again. It's a cold winter day. I'm not crazy about winter fishing, but I want to go fishing. I want to go throw a jig around. I want to go throw a crankbait around a little bit and see what happens. So fixing to drive about 10 minutes from the house, go rent us a boat. Next time you see us, we'll be loading some gear. Let's go. And I made it. And one thing I can say is it is a very, very calm day for January. You do not get days that look like this. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Water's clear. I've had a lot of rain lately. I'm surprised that it's this clear. These ducks are cracker ducks and bread ducks. They think I'm gonna feed them. Sorry guys, you're out of luck there, but it's gonna be our chariot for the day right here. And the only bad thing about these boats, and I described it on my last video I did out here, the only bad thing is if you get some wind, it can be kind of a pain in the butt controlling them. So this is perfect. And I feel like I'm gonna be able to ease around, hit some of these trees that I wanna hit, stay on some of the deeper banks. The water temperature is gonna be in the 40s. One of our other local lakes where you saw me with John in the last video was mid 40s already. So I feel like it's in the 40s out here. Gonna have no way to check it today. Didn't bring me a thermometer, but fixing to load the stuff up, get the trolling motor on the boat, and we're gonna go out here, pitch a jig around, see what happens. Also just gotta say, check this bad boy out. I got the old Sierra wrapped up this week. So if you see this going down the road, be sure to honk the horn. I mean, right there, right there. But we got her loaded down. Just show you real quick what I'm working with. Got a hybrid jig on, same jig I had in the last video. A big spinner bait, little 6-ounce curve, and a little ball head jig, trolling motor, battery, paddle. Got my life jackets in the truck. Come on, let's load it up. All right, we out here. I got too many clothes on. I'm already sweating from loading in all of this, loading in this trolling motor and this battery. But one tip I will give you, a lot of lakes have these rental boats. Maybe you don't have a boat, man. You can get on the water, buy you a little trolling motor, get you a battery. But one tip I'll give you that I've learned over the years, get you an extension handle. And it can be uncomfortable driving it when you're right here by the extension handle. It's kind of poking you in the back. But when you stand up to fish, which when I'm fishing a jig, I want to be standing up so I can get a good hook set. I don't have to reach as far for that handle if I need to make a move with the boat. I can stay quiet. I'm not bumbling and fumbling around because these boats can be loud. So that's one thing that I will tell you. Not expecting a ton of bites. It's wintertime, okay? You need to know that going in when you're wintertime fishing. Water's in the 40s, you know, they kind of group up in little areas. You're not going to go catch 50 fish in the wintertime most of the time. There are exceptions to the rule. So we're looking for a few bites today. Going to mainly try to keep a jig in our hand and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to start with the ball head jig, and I don't even know what brand this is, but little green pumpkin and orange. This watercolor is just kind of clear. This is one of my go-tos. Little Zoom Super Chunk Junior. I like that little chunk style. I don't like a lot of flapping legs, twisting legs this time of year until the water gets up into the 50s, really. So I don't like a trailer that does a lot. Throwing that on some 15-pound fluorocarbon. 7.3 Fantasista. A little Revo SX. We're going to slide over here on a little bluff bank and see what happens. Got it. Good. Begging. Oh, come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Choked it. Freaking choked it. Come on. Yes. Look at that. that jig. Choked it, dude. Freaking choked it. Ah, yeah. Almost swallowed my dang jig, dude. You think we're throwing the right thing now? Holy crap, are we ever. It's a good one right there. 4-pounder or so. Here we go, baby. On back to your cold weather home. Choo, there she goes. Yeah. Old jigging good one. Basically, my trailer of choice on these little ball heads this time of year is I love this little Super Chunk Junior. Like I said, I threaded on there. A lot of these have a little meat, little keeper right there, but just about like that. Just not a lot of action. Just simple, kind of floats the jig up. That's the deal. Let's catch another one. What I was saying earlier is you can learn a lot about what a bluff bank, a steep bank looks like under the water by looking above the water. So you can see all these roots and stuff coming up. You got these little stair step ledges. So that's what I envision under the water when I'm casting my jig up there, letting it fall on a slack line, and I slowly bring it off of all those little stair steps. That last fish was in a tree, almost to the end of a tree, right where the ledge, I felt like kind of dropped off into a little creek channel. He was right there. So I'm just taking my time and slowing down, especially if I see a tree, just picking it apart. Got me in the tree. Trolling motor's all screwed up. Got him loose. Little bitty guy. Let him get it. Okay. You see how excited I got over that? Why are you eating my jig? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you anyways. I went into DEFCON recon trolling mode to try to get the big one out of the brush pile mode, and that just goes to show you when they got you at an angle and all you feel is that thump, you don't know. Back to mama. Another great big one. Look at this. Seriously? Look how white and cold he is. Buddy, go back to your mama. Better one. Not really. A little better than those last two. That ain't saying much. Come here, buddy. Little guy. Fun. It's like 4 bites right here. The wind's got me all whacker jawed. There's not much of it, but when you don't have anybody in the front of the boat, like Ghost Man on second, it just spins you around. All this good stuff right here, to quote my good buddy Stupid Darian, feels mighty bitey, to say the least. Every time you pull your jig up, it's like dong, there's a piece of wood you're on. Beautiful. Dang it. This is crazy. These freaking rats on a jig, dude. Dang it. They're getting it so light, man. I've caught all these little ones right here in a pile. But you can see there's like a ditch that comes running off that bank. It's probably a runoff. It probably washes stuff in the water right there. Trash, brush, because there's a little bunch of smaller brush therein. Right there. Dude, there is a freaking 50 right there that are all this size. This is insanity. And they're all little. But did you throw your jig in that brush pile, you getting bit. That's insane. They're all right there on that same cast too, man. Gotta be a good one in there. Oh my God. Moving the boat, missed one. I was moving the freaking boat, missed one. Dadgummit. I'm gonna throw this Divine hybrid jig in there. A little bit bigger. I got a stroker crawl trailer on there. It's just a little heavier jig than what I'm throwing. I'm gonna try to get out here a little deeper. I don't really like flapping legs when the water's this cold, but man, I had one get my jig when I was swimming it out, so it makes me think that I might get bit on this little rascal.
Can you help me find my halo? I must have left it here last night.
I'm gonna hang my little hybrid jig back up for a second. Put it back in its home. These sleeves come in handy, not only in a dang rod locker, but I use them when I'm going fishing with other people, or especially fishing in these boats, or packing my stuff up in trucks. Your rods just don't get as beat up at all. Back to the little finesse jig. Dude, if there's a piece of wood, there's a bass on it. On a little finesse jig. Little guy. Thank you. I just don't want that bigger profile jig for whatever reason. And I'm all about giving them what they want, baby. Dang it, little guy. Oh no, oh it's not. He's under a tree. About tripped and fell down. It's a freaking kindergarten. One big and pretty. Thanks, bud. Ain't no potty like a little fish potty. Dude, they think they're biggins. Look at this little guy. So pretty though, man. That clear, cold water. Thanks, buddy. Dang right. We catching us some old jig fish today. Right on cue. All freaking hook set, no meat behind it. But, oh no, sorry buddy, buddy, let's talk about it. Buddy, let's talk about it. Right on cue. A tree comes out in the water. And he was right on the side of it. Not a big one, but an educational moment. Y'all know I'm all about this bait. You saw it on the unboxing the other day, but this is the new little 6-inch Hyper Jerk 70. And to be honest with you, I haven't thrown it yet. But I'm back here on a little shallow flat and the water's gin clear. I'm gonna see what action it's got and if it'll catch a bass. Oh yeah. So I don't know how well you can see this thing, but it looks cool. I don't know if it's going to set up for this cold water, but you can almost throw it like a jerkbait. Look at that. Suspends perfectly. I mean, you get some shallow water, cold water fish, I could see it working. I'm gonna throw it around on this flat and see what happens. Just fish it like a jerkbait. It basically just walks the dog underwater like a little dogma or a spook. And the more violent jerk you give it, the harder it walks. But if you just barely give it a little twitch, it seems to stay in place pretty well. I honestly think over the top of grass, ripping it out of grass, this thing could be a killer. A little silent killer nobody's using on your home lake. I know I'm dang sure gonna try it. I don't know if it's perfect for these conditions today or not, but I'm getting it down to about 4 feet of water. We'll see. See if we can get a bite. Really cool. I can see where it's gonna definitely apply to my fishing. Just not today. I feel like they're just not aggressive enough. I'm out on this flat. It's super shallow. I'm gonna go back to the jig. See if I can get a bite. Dude, what the heck? Buddy, you could fit in my pocket. Go back in. Jeez. I'm thankful for him though. Well, that's all she wrote from out here at the park today. And man, start the day off with a 4-pounder and then finish the day with a bunch of stinking bites. It doesn't get a lot better than that. Even though I didn't catch any more good ones, bites are fun. Fishing is fun. Getting to set the hook, oh man, I almost fell out of the boat a couple times in that little old aluminum boat setting the hook. So much fun. Got to catch them on a jig, which is the way I love to fish. But awesome day, 48-degree day, not a lot of wind here in in January. Hope you learned a little bit about jig fishing from this video. Comment below if you like to fish a jig as much as I do, and if you like any of the 6 Cents products you see me use, from the rod sleeves to the crankbaits to the jigs, use code DUNK10 for 10% off of your next order, and I sure would appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. See ya next time.